lots of women in the natural hair community, although my oldest child tells me it's just older, middle-aged black women with natural hair. I don't know because that's the circle I run in, so maybe it is just us. But they give their hair a name. So, somebody will call their hair Isis or I don't know, different names, Donna from Donna's Recipe. And, of course, I wanted to be down, but I could not come up with a name for this hair to save my life. And it was graying. I was like, it's got to be one of them old ladies' names that just like, you know, sounds ornery because that's how it is. But what I didn't realize, why I was having such a hard time with the identity of my hair, is because there's more than one person in there, for sure. So there's at least two distinct personalities, two different hair types that are highly dissimilar. One of them, the dominant profile, I call Frizz-Elle. You heard it, Frizz-Elle, like Giselle, but with the root word frizz, because that's what Frizz-Elle does all day long. Default mode for Frizz-Elle is frizzy. So as you see me putting in all these products to define this curl, please know Frizz-Elle is not about that defined curl life, has never been. She will cooperate under the right circumstances, but left to her own devices, Frizz-Elle is like, who said we were curly? Didn't nobody tell you? You can run that by me. I didn't get that memo. So yeah, me and Frizz-Elle, we have a very close relationship, but also complicated. Frizz-Elle, she is the diva of the crew. She has to be catered to. She has her special needs. She can't have this. She can't have that. She can't use oil. She can't use glycerin. She's a lot. She's a lot. A lot of things that work for everybody else. Not for Zell. No, no, no. And so, I mean, that's kind of what they say is that you should cater to the tighter hair texture if you have two completely different hair textures on your head. And lo and behold, I do. And when I say different, I mean seriously different. So I'm about to demonstrate this for y'all. Don't be fooled because right now Brazil's behaving for company because I've got product in here. But you can see. You got eyes. You see what Frizz-Elle is trying to do. But she's gonna act right at least for a minute. We'll see what happens when I actually blow dry this hair. But I really want to demonstrate the contrast between Frizz-Elle and the other person hanging out in the back of my head. And by that, I don't mean my brain, I mean my actual head on my scalp. So this is Sheena. Meet Sheena, my, as we say down south, cowlick. If you're not familiar with the term, it's usually just a section of hair or a piece of hair that doesn't grow in the same direction, doesn't look like any of the rest of the hair. Everybody, people of all races, can have a cowlick. This one I'm pretty sure is hereditary because both of my kids have it. At least one of my sisters have it. I have it. But it's this section right at the nape of the neck, and I think a lot of people have it, that just has nothing to do with the rest of my hair. And her name is Sheena. Sheena is a trip. I'm pretty sure that Sheena is 3B. I don't know hair typing like that, as I've said, so I can't really tell you for sure, but this is what Sheena looks like when you put product in her. Sheena, honey, we're supposed to be curly. See? favorite. And we're not even going to talk about when Sheena dries. Sometimes Sheena just decides she's drying straight and there will be no curls. Most of the time, she is very, very cooperative. And Sheena does not frizz at all. Sheena has zero frizz. Sheena's not frizzy. She just, you know, hangs out. But Sheena likes to play a lot. Sheena tangles very easily. Sheena mats if you're not careful, if you're not watching. Sheena will not stay twisted to save her life. So people ask me like, oh, don't you wish all of your hair was like Sheena? No. I don't know what it's like to have 3B hair all over my head, but I'm going to tell you right now, if all of my hair acted like Sheena, I would just, I'd be constantly trying to figure it out. Because Sheena, she's not loyal. She's just not loyal. She reminds me of the cute kid, the really cute little kid with everybody, oh my gosh, how adorable, who's bad as hell. That is Sheena. Sheena, who, honey. Sheena is all across the back bottom row of my head, to the point where when I was installing the permanent parts, I had to make a part just for Sheena because Sheena doesn't match the rest of my hair. So, yeah, that's why I was having such a hard time finding a name for this head o' hair, because there's more than one person in there. So the reason that I am choosing to interrupt this video to demonstrate the difference between Frizz-Elle and Sheena is because there's no time that it is more obvious than when I am styling my hair. So I have already put product in Sheena, and here is Sheena. Here is our friend Frizz-Elle. All right. Already, Frizz-Elle's gonna need some more water. Sheena didn't need nothing. Sheena's just, hanging out, being juicy. Oh, I should say, Sheena is not low porosity. Sheena is just normal porosity. Hair gets soaked with water. It stays there. It doesn't dry fast. It doesn't dry slow. She just, Don't be fooled by Sheena, though. Sheena bad, y'all. She is bad. She is bad. She does not behave, and, she's counting on you to be like, oh, but she's so curly. So, as you can see, Frizz-Elle is, I would say, a little tighter at this point in time. But when we blow dry, that's when the real fun will start. So I'm back for the blow dry, and you can already see, I told you Sheena goes all the way across the back of my head. So here is Frizz-Elle, frizzy as per usual. And this is Sheena. She's just hanging out. Just looking like none of the rest of the hair. I swear if they were sisters, people would be like, she got a different daddy. She don't look like nobody. Anyway, I'm going to demonstrate now how Sheena blows dry. And you can really see this contrast. you can see that Sheena just doesn't frizz. That's just not part of her makeup. And that's where her name comes from, by the way. I don't like know a bad girl named Sheena. I just see the sheen on this hair, which is not anywhere else in the rest of my head. I don't even know if you can see it on here, but yeah, the rest of my hair, it's you can see Frizz-Elle. You can see what Frizz-Elle does. This is her. This is Sheena. And Sheena just, effortless. Yeah. So now the fun part is blow drying Frizz-Elle. You can see Frizz-Elle over here starting to shrink up more than Sheena. Here's Sheena over here, still hanging down, because that's what she does. Now, the interesting thing is, once it's dry, the two textures are not that dissimilar, at least not on the first day after styling. Over time, the differences will become a lot more apparent. But yeah, so now you know, Sheena, Frizz-Elle. All right, one last look before I close this out so you can really see Sheena at her worst slash best. And it's just how is this hair on the same head? This hair is the same length, by the way. Sheena does not shrink up as much as Frizz-Elle, of course. So there you have it. Anyway, just wanted to introduce you to Frizz-Elle and Sheena. And so now, if you hear me talking about them, you know who I mean.